he described as more cynical in terms of how we view our government, our politicians, and people's motives in general. In the wake of the September 11 attacks, a new Captain America series written by John Nay Reber with artwork by John Cassidy was published under the Marvel Knights imprint from 2002 to 2003. The series received criticism for its depiction of Captain America fighting terrorists modeled after Al-Qaeda, though Cassidy contended that the aim of the series was to depict the emotions this hero was going through in the wake of 9/11 and the guilt and anger a man in his position would feel. In 2005, Marvel relaunched Captain America in a new volume written by Ed Brubaker and illustrated by Steve Epting. The run saw the publication of The Winter Soldier, which reintroduced Captain America's previously deceased partner Bucky Barnes as a brainwashed cybernetic assassin. Contemporaneously, Captain America was a central character in the 2006 crossover storyline Civil War, written by Mark Miller and penciled by Steve McNiven, which saw the character come into conflict with fellow Avengers member Iron Man over government efforts to regulate superheroes. The character was killed in the 2007 storyline The Death of Captain America, written by Brubaker, which was accompanied by the miniseries Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America, written by Jeff Loeb. The character was later revived in the 2009 limited series Captain America Reborn. Brubaker's run on Captain America, which ran across various titles until 2012, was critically and commercially acclaimed. Captain America number 25, which contains the character's death, was the best-selling comic of 2007, and Brubaker won the Harvey Award for Best Writer for the series in 2006. After Brubaker's run on Captain America ended in 2012, a new volume of the series written by Rick Remender was published as part of the Marvel Now rebranding initiative, which saw Sam Wilson assume the mantle of Captain America in 2014. This was followed by a run written by Nick Spencer beginning in 2016, in which Captain America was replaced by a version of himself later known as Hydra Supreme, loyal to the villainous organization Hydra, culminating in the 2017 crossover event Secret Empire. As part of Marvel's Fresh Start rebrand in 2018, a new Captain America series written by Ta-Nehisi Coates with art by Lionel Francis Yu was published from 2018 to 2021. A new volume of Captain America written by J. Michael Straczynski began publication in September 2023. Characterization. Fictional character biography. As of 2015, Captain America has appeared in more than 10,000 stories in more than 5,000 media formats, including comic books, books, and trade publications. The character's origin story has been retold and revised multiple times throughout his editorial history, though its broad details have remained generally consistent. Steve Rogers was born in the 1920s to an impoverished family on the Lower East Side of New York City. The frail and infirm Rogers attempts to join the U.S. Army in order to fight in the Second World War, but is rejected after being deemed unfit for military service. His resolve is nevertheless noticed by the military, and he is recruited as the first test subject for Project Rebirth, a secret government program that seeks to create super soldiers through the development of the Super Soldier Serum. Though the serum successfully enhances Rogers to the peak to human physical perfection, a Nazi spy posing as a military observer destroys the remaining supply of the serum and assassinates its inventor, foiling plans to produce additional super soldiers. Rogers is given a patriotic uniform and shield by the American government and becomes the costumed superhero Captain America. He goes on to fight the villainous Red Skull and other members of the Axis powers both domestically and abroad, alongside his sidekick Bucky Barnes, and as a member of the Invaders. In the final days of the war, Rogers and Barnes seemingly perish after falling from an experimental drone plane into the northern Atlantic Ocean. Rogers is found decades later by the superhero team, the Avengers, the Super Soldier Serum having allowed him to survive frozen in a block of ice in a state of suspended animation. Reawakened in modern times, Rogers resumes activities as a costumed hero, joining and later becoming leader of the Avengers. Many of his exploits involve missions undertaken for the Avengers or for S.H.I.E.L.D., an espionage and international law enforcement agency operated by his former war comrade Nick Fury. Through Fury, Rogers befriends Sharon Carter, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent with whom he eventually begins a partnership and an on-again, off-again romance. He meets and trains Sam Wilson, who becomes the superhero Falcon, and they establish an enduring friendship and partnership. After a conspiracy hatched by the Secret Empire to discredit Rogers is revealed to have been personally orchestrated by the President of the United States, a disillusioned Rogers abandons the mantle of Captain America and assumes the title of Nomad, the man without a country. He eventually reassumes the title and later declines an offer from the New Populist Party to run for president himself. He again abandons the mantle of Captain America to briefly assume the alias of the Captain when a government commission orders him to work directly for the U.S. government. In the aftermath of the September 11 attacks, Rogers reveals his